Does anybody else wake up and think, where am I? Where did I park up last night? And where have I got to go today? Well, I've worked out where I am. I'm right outside the mill that I tipped in at Clumpton last night. I've got to go to Portbury this morning and take that to Yeovil. And then I'm not sure after that. I think this day is going to be a bit of a magical mystery tour, so I could be going anywhere. I'm just going to go out, do my daily checks, fill out my daily checks book, and then we can go. I've arrived at Portbury. I would have liked to have been probably 20 minutes earlier because there's quite a bit of a queue, but I couldn't start any earlier than I started this morning. I started at 5:30 as I didn't finish until 8:30 last night. I give my mirrors a little bit of a clean up while I'm waiting, and slowly but surely the queue starts moving. Once I'm at the front of the queue, they check the back of the lorry for cleanliness, and then I can go on the weighbridge. I get out and give my details over via an intercom service, and then they will let me know which shed I need to go to. That's me all checked and weighed in. I'm in the queue now to load, and I thought it was cold this morning. It's 2 degrees. I'm now in the shed, and apparently everyone wants PK this morning, so I have got a little bit of a wait. At the moment I am 4th to load. It's not long before I'm 2nd in the queue. And then at last it's my turn to load. Once I've got the right amount of product, I give him a little beep, and then I can move off and put my sheet on, ready for the next person to load behind me. Then I leave the shed and go onto the out weighbridge. And I am exactly 44 tonnes, which is good because if I'm over, I would have to go back and tip some off. Once all that's done, I can leave the docks, and on my way out I have to give one of my tickets to the gatehouse so that they can have a record of my weight, amongst other things. And then it's down the M5 and up the A39 across to Yeovil. The cut across to Yeovil is a bit windy and narrow, but it's not long before I'm on the industrial estate where I am tipping this load. Tractor and trailer there, but is there anything on the pit? We could be lucky today. Yes, there's nothing on that pit, so that tractor's going to go on. The tractor will probably have wheat or barley on, and he will probably take about 20 minutes. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I won't be waiting too long. I gather my paperwork up and go and weigh in. I've weighed in and I've got my ticket, so now I'm just gonna park up and wait. It doesn't seem like they've sampled the tractor yet, so I'm hoping that's not going to be too long. They've got to take a sample and test whatever grain that he's got on, and then I can go and wait up here, hopefully. It shouldn't take too long once he's tipping. And I think this marks the time for a spot of breakfast, although it doesn't take long for the tractor to tip, and before I know it, it's my turn, even before I've got chance to drink my coffee. Right, I've got my, just made a coffee. So I'm going to try and be as steady as I possibly can, not to spill my coffee. Doing alright, doing alright. Be when I hit the bump at the back. One more coming after me. Thank goodness it's after me. Oh, that coffee is leaning down the hill. She's leaning. Oh, we're getting a bit flatter now, that's a bit better. Watch the cars there. And then, don't brake too hard. Now, the worst bit is going to be, when I hit the bumps at the back of the pit. Oh, I did it without spilling my coffee.
What, Temple Clown
Yes.
slow
Right, I'm going to go and see him.
on the 8th, because everything's going to be
A seagull has just pooed in my hair, all down my top, right in my fringe. I don't even know what to do about that. Look at it. I'm trying not to get it on my face. And get some baby wipes. Oh, it's minging. Oh, there's a black bit in there as well. Ugh. Disgusting. Poo. Literally poo. Poo. Poo, poo, poo. I didn't get in that bit of it. Might have to go a bit Vicky Pollard. Hopefully that'll keep it out of my face. So I'm just waiting for him now to come in, take a sample, and then hopefully he'll let me tip. Here is I've actually rolled the sock up a bit, just so that it makes it a bit shorter, because PK is quite difficult to get out, it's quite sticky, and sometimes it doesn't run very well, so it's a lot easier to shorten the sock. And everything's okay, so I can lift the body up and I can let the product go down the pit. This product is PK or pine kernels, and I'm not sure if this is just the shells that are crushed or whether it is also the seeds inside them. That looks like it's coming out okay, so hopefully I'll be lucky. The bird pooed in my hair. I go and find out where I'm going next, and I'm actually really pleased. It's one of the only places we go to with a shower. Then, as I'm nearing 7 ton left on the trailer, it decides it doesn't want to come out anymore. I slowly increase the height of the trailer so it encourages the product to come out. It still keeps stopping, so I mess with the height of the trailer, hoping the product will shift. Products like this can be very frustrating, but finally I get a rush of product come out. I think I was lucky to get in when I did, as a few more lorries have turned up, including my old one. Then I get to a point where I can't get any more product out and I cannot increase the height anymore on the trailer. So I put the body down, open the back door and slowly let the last ton or so out into the pit. This is quite a big pit, so it should be able to take it, but I'm just going to raise the body slowly just to let it trickle into the pit. Then I head to the back and check, hoping that it has all come out. There is a little bit left on the floor, but there's nothing that I can't sweep out. So I head back to put my body down and I fold my sock up neatly and put it away. By this point the body is down and I can sweep out. PK is really dusty and it gets absolutely everywhere. By the time I've swept out, I am absolutely covered in dust. So I use my air blower to dust myself off. And then it's time to get back on the weighbridge. But that's not simple either, as there is a lorry parked right in front of the weighbridge. So what I'm going to have to do is drive up past the weighbridge and reverse back onto it. I go and weigh out, get my ticket, and then it's off to the next place. It's just under an hour away, so I should be there in no time. I weigh in and then I park up to get in position for loading. I'm going to take my sheet off and then I'm going to go for a shower. Try and wash this out of my hair because he's got another 2 wagons to load over there and then me. So if I put my body up a bit, he can see the weigher and he knows that not to go over that as well. Right, get all my stuff together, I guess. See you in a bit. Oh, not too bad, not quite central, but nearly there. In for a nice shower. Well, thank goodness I had Keesley after, so I've had a shower, I've squeegeed the floor down, and I'm going to go back to the truck. Thank God this week hasn't been as bad as last week for showers, and I've actually washed all that PK dust off me and I've got the bird poo out of my hair and I feel so much better. That's one thing off the list as well today, so hopefully I can get loaded pretty soon. Alan's probably nearly finished loading the other 2 lorries now, so it won't be long and I'll be loaded. And as I said that, Alan turned up to load me. So I'm loaded, I'm just waiting to weigh out and then we'll be going to Piddle Valley. So we'll be going through for a nice drive through the Piddle Valley. So I've got my paperwork now and it's off to Piddle Valley. Not liking my hair at the moment. It's not doing what I want it to do. Might end up going up. Someone asked me in the comments what I use the remote for, and it's to put the sheet on the roof of the trailer. You should just see it pop over here. On the way down, I need to navigate some windy, narrow roads and low bridges. And luckily, when I do meet another lorry, it's in quite a good spot. And I squeeze through with my very serious face. What an absolute beautiful day for a drive through the British countryside. And finally, I'm here and onto the weighbridge I go. There's no one on the bottom pit and I can't see anyone waiting for the top, so hopefully we can tip straight away. Who knows? I go and give my paperwork and passport into the weighbridge office, and then I take a sample from each end of the trailer. There's one of Adam's on the pit there. I was hoping that I was going to be straight on the pit, but unfortunately not, so I'm just going to have to wait for him to come off and then I can go and tip. But to be fair, I've had a really decent drive down here. It hasn't been too bad. I didn't meet too much, so yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that. Then once the Adams driver is off the pit, I can go on. And that's it, I get the green light to tip and I'm off and away. I've just rung up for my next details and I am going to a farm that is only about 15 minutes away. So I've rung the farmer already just to give him the heads up that I'll be about an hour by the time I've tipped this. I'm going to go and load out of that farm, and that is going to a place up near Stoke-on-Trent. By the time that I've loaded at the farm, I'm only probably going to have about 4 hours driving left. I've got until 8:30 tonight. So I'm probably not going to make it up there tonight, but I will make it as far as I possibly can. I fill out my paperwork and it's not long before my trailer is empty. I go to the back and open the tailboard to let the remainder out, and I fold up my sock and put it away. It's a bit dark around the pit to film, but I brush out and I brush all the way around the pit to make sure it's nice and clean for the next driver, and then I can put my body down and we're done. And then it's back out onto the weighbridge to get my paperwork. I've not done too bad with time in here, and it's given me a decent amount of time for the rest of the day. That's me all weighed out, so I am off to this farm. I said I would be there at about 4:15, and it is 3 minutes to 4 now, and according to Google Maps it is 11 minutes away. So I guessed right. Hopefully I'll even be there a little bit early. The farmer is ready and waiting for me, so he gets on and loads me straight away. I take the opportunity to check the best route up to Stoke-on-Trent. This load is a load of oats, and it's going on the trailer so much better than the last load of oats that I had on the video a few weeks ago, and it's a lot better weather too. I get a quick inspection by the most important person on the farm, and he seems pretty happy with me. That's me all loaded up, and I've got my grain passport all in date, yes. And now I'm gonna head up north. There's two ways really that I can go. They both take about the same amount of time. But there's one that is less hassle. So I think I'm going to go that way. When I mean hassle, it's like in a lorry, especially when you're fully loaded, when there's hills and bends and stuff like that, it can make you a lot slower. But the route that I'm going to take is quicker roads, dual carriageways, normal A roads, opposed to windy B roads. I now just need to make it as far as I possibly can in my remaining time. I start to run out of time as I'm approaching Worcester, and I know somewhere to park there, so I pull off the motorway and go into the industrial estate. This place normally fills up really quickly and is normally full by around 7 o'clock, so I'm just hoping that I can find a space as I'm a bit later than that. Oh, there's no one here on this stretch. That's a surprise. And that is me parked up. I've done 14 hours and 3/4, so just under a 15, and I've done 8 hours 47 driving, so that was quite good timing. I'm pretty pleased with what I've done today. The only thing I would have liked is to have that extra hour's drive and get above Birmingham so that I don't have to do that tomorrow, but it is what it is. Now I am going to have my tea. Tonight I've got a homemade chicken stew that I did in a slow cooker. Put that on for about 6 minutes. Sometimes it does feel a bit worrying when the whole estate is stacked out with lorries, and then I come around the corner and on this section there's no one here, and I'm wondering whether there's a reason why no one's here, but I guess we'll find out. Hopefully it'll be alright. Should be. Might just be that people haven't got to this bit yet, because normally this is full. I'm quite lucky to get a space really, but I'm just going to have my tea and then I don't think I'll be long out of bed, to be honest.